So you are enough, right? I think a lot of people that's on the semen retention journey need to really realize that you are enough for who you are, and don't ever allow just to overly rely on like the semen retention energy, like your life force and things like that. And I'm only saying that in the sense of like we see people on like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube that kind of make their whole brand of semen retention stuff, and they don't. For one, they have practicing it. Two, they doing it for superficial reasons, and then it just shows you like how much they really think little of themselves. And even me, I had to really like reflect on it while I was doing it, especially like in the earlier stages, right? Let's say when I was doing it, because I didn't for the attention, right? I was about to say I grew up in a space where I didn't get a lot of attention. I get a lot of attention from women. I have a hard time building a relationship with even dudes, right? It's not even like making friends. I have a hard time doing that because I'm just awkward. I'm a weird person. So I guess whenever, I was attempting senior attention, I was getting a lot more attention. People were being more nice to me. I thought people were being more nice to me. That's mainly because I was just being more social, period. But, and I was kind of getting high off of it. I was just, like, oh, this type of shit cool, And I was realizing I was just wasting. I was just doing that just because, to a certain extent, it was filling a void inside me. That void that, let's say, whenever I lost it, I would feel I'd drop right back into it, not realizing that that's kind of what it was trying to show me, that there's something missing inside of me. And the thing about it is, if I can be honest, I'm still looking to fill that void. I'm trying to find what it is, right? I can say purpose and passion, and I guess that's the cliche thing to say. But the thing about it is, who really knows their passion? Who really knows they purpose, right? We all just doing a purpose, and then one day that's when it finally clicked. But we all just making a decision on what we're gonna do until something just feels right, and almost like a sense of enlightenment and realization just hits you, and you're like, you know what, this is really it. And that's kind of when the peace come in. But before that, you just moving off of animal instinct. You moving off of just your own thoughts and your own intentions, and you don't really know what is enough. You don't know what is going to fill that void up, so you don't feel so empty and so lost and so, void of just any type of just love and joy. So that's the thing I'm kind of pointing to, is that you don't ever want to over rely on semen retention to make you feel like you whole. And it's one of my favorite lines off like a movie. It's on Spider-Man Homecoming when Tony finally came to come see Peter. He was like, if you're nothing without the suit, then you shouldn't have it. And I think that speaks to people on a different level, only because, people tend to they over rely on these symbols, these physical symbols, and these internal things. Not say internal, let me say physical. Let me say physical in terms of like just the semen part, the energy, that aspect of it. And without you really, having a firm grasp on who you are as a person, it's like all that shit is pointless. It's not pointless, it's not useful, it's not being used in the right manner, and you're really just wasting it. So that's kind of what I mean. I think that you should always have some type of internal understanding within yourself before, really being on semen retention, because I feel like it's just a waste of time. So yeah. And I just understand that you are enough, right? You as a baseline person, because you got life, you got your heart, you got your mind, you got your spirit, you got your soul. That you having that alone is enough for you to go get anything that you want in the world. Shit. Like I said, if somebody cut off your arm, you still be able to be confident in who you are and what you can do. So, yeah. Thank y'all for watching the video. Have a good day.